I start with 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now into the 6th chain from the hook, I'm gonna make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here I make a slip stitch, and I have a small ring formed by those 6 chains. Next now I have 3 chains over here, and into each one of those 3 chains I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. This is actually going to count as the first double crochet worked into the ring. Now I turn my work this way, and I will continue working into the ring, and into the ring I will make 18 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I worked 18 double crochets into the ring, and with this first one, which actually was a chain and slip stitches, that counts as I have 19 double crochets worked into the ring. So I'm going to join the round by making a slip stitch into that top chain of these 3 chains, or into this first double crochet, because that's what we counted as. And here it is, I have the first medallion worked. Now I'm going to start working the second row of medallions. I start with 11 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next, I'm going to join this last chain to this medallion. Here is how I do it. I drop the loop of the hook, and I insert the hook through the 5th double crochet, counting from here, from the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, I insert the hook, I grab the loop, and I pass it through. So now I have the chain joined to the first medallion. Next, 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And into the 6th chain from the hook, I'm gonna make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, I make a slip stitch. I need to be careful not to twist my work, so all the chains and all the double crochets are facing in the same direction. Okay, so here I have a small ring formed by 6 chains. Now I'm going to make a slip stitch into each one of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And just as in the first medallion, this is now gonna count as the first double crochet worked into the ring. Over here I have 4 chains unworked. I turn my work, and now I will be crocheting into the ring. And into the ring I will make 18 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I crocheted 18 double crochets into the ring, and just as in the first medallion, I'm going to join it with a slip stitch into the first double crochet. So here I have a second medallion worked. Next, 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now over here I have 9 chains, and I'm going to make a slip stitch into the 5th chain of those 9 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over here I make a slip stitch. And now I have 2 rows of medallions worked. I start the next row with 16 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And into the 6th chain from the hook, I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here again, I have a small ring formed by 6 chains. Into each one of the next 3 chains, I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. I have 7 chains left unworked over here. I turn my work and I'm going to continue crocheting into the ring. And into the ring I make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I continue working on my medallion, I need to join it to this chain right here. So here is how I do it. I drop the loop of the hook, and over here I have 9 chains, and into the middle one, or the 5th one, counting from either side, I insert the hook. Then I get the loop back on the hook and I pass it through. So this medallion now will be joined to that chain 9. And now I continue working on the medallion, and into the ring I work 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what it looks like so far. This was the first row of the medallion. This is the second row of the medallion. And now I'm working on the 3rd row of the medallions. Next I make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to join these 4 chains to this medallion right here. So I drop the loop of the hook, and then I count the 5th double crochet from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where I insert the hook, get the loop back on the hook, and pass it through. So now this chain is joined to the medallion of the previous row. Now I make 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'm going to join with a slip stitch, make a ring, and work another medallion. So I join with a slip stitch into the 6th chain from the hook. Into each one of the next 3 chains I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 chains unworked. I turn my work and I'm going to finish another medallion, and I do it by working 18 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3. I worked 18 double crochets into the ring, and just as before, I join this medallion into the round with a slip stitch. And now I still need to continue crocheting this way and finish this medallion right here. So next I make 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to join these 9 chains into this last double crochet of this unworked medallion, and I do it by making a slip stitch there. And now I just need to finish this medallion right here, so I make 9 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I join with a slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. So this is what it looks like. Now I have 3 rows of medallions finished. This is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. So now I'm going to start the next row of medallions, and I started with 11 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What I'm gonna do here is exactly the same thing as I did over here and in row 2. I'm going to join this chain to the 5th double crochet of the previous medallion. So I drop the loop of the hook, I find the 5th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I insert the hook here, grab the loop and pass it through. So now that chain is joined to this medallion. Next, 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'm going to work another medallion. So into the 6th chain from the hook, I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And into each one of the next 3 chains, I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. I turn my work and I work 5 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I continue working on this medallion, I need to join it to this chain right here. So I drop the loop of the hook and I insert the hook into the middle or the 5th chain of these 9 chains, grab the loop and pass it through. So now there is a joining made there, and I continue working on this medallion. Into the ring I work 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to join these 4 chains to the 5th double crochet of the next medallion. So I find the 5th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, insert the hook and pass the loop through. So now there is a joining made there. Next, 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And here I'm just gonna make another medallion as I've done before. Into the 6th chain from the hook I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into each one of the next 3 chains I also make a slip stitch, and that will count as the first double crochet worked into the ring. Now I turn my work and I make 18 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3. After I made 18 double crochets, I join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet. So this is the last medallion of this row, and I need to finish this row. So next 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And into the last double crochet of this unfinished medallion, I make a slip stitch. Now I'm going to finish this medallion by working 9 double crochets into the ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet. So this medallion is now finished. Next I make 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And over here I have 9 chains, and I'm gonna make a slip stitch into the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here I make a slip stitch. And this is the idea of this pattern. Next row that I'm gonna work is gonna be exactly the same as row number 3, except it's gonna be longer, and I'm gonna make 1 more medallion over here. And then the next row after that is gonna be row number 4, but again it's gonna be longer with 1 more medallion over here. And that's basically how I'm going to continue crocheting until my shawl reaches the midpoint. After the midpoint, I'm gonna start reducing the amount of medallions into each row, so it's gonna go this way. So I'm gonna do 2 more rows of increasing the amount of medallions, and then I'll start decreasing them. So just like row number 3, I start with 16 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And into the 6th chain from the hook I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the next 3 chains I make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. I turn my work and I start working on the medallion, making 5 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I join this medallion to this chain right here. So into the 5th chain, or the middle one, I insert the hook and join my medallion. I continue working on this medallion by making 5 double crochets into the ring. Next 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I join to the 5th double crochet of this medallion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next 13 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and a slip stitch into the 6th chain from the hook to make a ring, and then a slip stitch into each one of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. I turn my work and start working on the next medallion by making 5 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need to join it again, and I join it to this chain 9. So into the 5th chain I insert the hook and join, and now again into the ring I work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what it looks like so far. And now I will make 4 chains and join to this medallion, and then make 1 medallion over here. So 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, join into the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet, and now chain 13, and I work another medallion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a ring, then 1, 2, 3, turn my work and make 18 double crochets into the ring. I worked 18 double crochets. I join this medallion, and now I need to finish this row and finish these medallions right there. So 9 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and join over here. Now 9 double crochets into the ring to finish the medallion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Join. This medallion is finished. 9 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slip stitch to the last double crochet and 9 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and join with a slip stitch. And this row is now finished. And you can see how my piece is growing. So I'm gonna make one more row of medallions, which is gonna be worked exactly as row number 4. And then I'll start decreasing the amount of medallions. Here I worked another row. Now in my sample I'm going to start reducing the amount of medallions in each row, and it's actually quite easy to do. You continue crocheting as before, so my next row is similar to row number 3. So I started with 16 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I start working on a medallion the same way as before. And actually the entire row is gonna be the same, except over here at the end I'm gonna make one medallion fewer than in the previous row. So I'm gonna crochet this part and then I'll meet you at this part right here and I'll show you how to do it. So here I made 2 medallions, and the next one would be corresponding to this one right here. So I need to work it over here, and this is gonna be the last medallion of this row. So I'm not gonna extend this row, I'm gonna stop right here. So as before, I make a slip stitch into the 6th chain from the hook, and then a slip stitch in each one of the next 3 chains. And then I start working on this medallion by making 5 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I need to join it over here, so into the 5th chain of these 9 chains. This is where I join, and now I'm going to finish this last medallion by working, let's see, the total is 18, by working 13 double crochets into the ring. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now I join to the first double crochet with a slip stitch. So you can see how this last medallion corresponds to this one right here, and this row is gonna be shorter. So all I need to do now is to finish this row the way I worked my rows before. And here I finished this row. So I think you get the idea now. So all you do, you crochet as before, but in each row you reduce the amount of medallions. And here I crocheted one more row, reducing the amount of medallions. And now over here I only need to make one more medallion. So I start with 16 chains. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. and then into the 6th chain a slip stitch, and then a slip stitch in each one of the next 3 chains, and then turn my work and start working the medallion. So 5 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I join it over here in the middle chain. And now I'm going to finish this medallion by working 13 chains, by working 13 double crochets into the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and I join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet. And there is one final step. I'm gonna make a row of single crochets along this side. So I start with 1 chain, and into the next chain loop I make 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the next loop again I make 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Into each loop, chain loop, I will work 7 single crochets. I made a row of single crochets all the way across, and that's it. This is how this piece is worked.